You ever have a moment where you look in the mirror and don't recognize the person staring back at you? Not because you changed on the outside, but because somewhere along the line, life wore you down so much that you forgot the strength you were born with. That's what happens when you get hit over and over, disappointments, failures, people walking away from you, dreams moving slower than you expected. You start shrinking, you start doubting, you start believing that maybe you're not built like you thought you were. But let me tell you something. You didn't lose your strength. You didn't lose your fire. You didn't lose your identity. You just got tired, that's all. You forgot who you were because you let life's punches make you numb. But deep down, way deeper than the fear, deeper than the frustration, there is a version of you that refuses to quit. That version of you is still alive. It's just waiting for you to stop playing weak. Remember the times you fought through things other people would have broken over. Remember the nights you didn't sleep, but you showed up anyway. Remember how many times you stood up when nobody expected you to. That wasn't luck. That wasn't accident. That was strength, real strength, the kind you can't buy, the kind nobody can give you. The kind you earn through pain, and you didn't forget how to be that person. You just stopped accessing that part of yourself. Life has a way of making you believe that you're defined by your struggles, but you're not defined by what knocked you down. You're defined by what you did afterward. Somewhere you started thinking losing meant you were a loser. No, losing is part of the journey. Staying down is what kills your identity. And you've been down long enough. You've been silent long enough. You've been doubting yourself long enough. It's time to wake that version of you back up, the one who doesn't wait for permission, the one who doesn't need applause, the one who doesn't run from challenges but runs toward them. That part of you has been quiet, but it's not gone. It's waiting for you to make the decision to rise again. You forgot who you were because you've been looking at your current situation instead of your true capability. Your situation is temporary. Your identity is permanent. You have strength inside you that you haven't used in years. You have power you've buried under fear, potential you've hidden under excuses, greatness you've silenced because you thought you weren't good enough anymore. But you are, you always were, and the moment you remember that is the moment everything shifts. Your energy shifts, your mindset shifts, your actions shift, and your life shifts with it. So right now, in this moment, I need you to stop accepting the weak version of yourself. Stop acting like you don't have what it takes. Stop pretending you're average. Look within, not around. The strength you're searching for is already yours. You just have to remember it. Because the moment you remember who you are, everything changes. You started playing small, not because you were meant to be small, but because life convinced you that shrinking was safer than standing in your own power. You were built for more, much more, but somewhere along the journey you forgot what you carry inside you. You forgot the talent, the hunger, the potential that once made you dream bigger than everyone around you. You didn't come into this world to blend in. You weren't designed to settle. But the moment things started getting tough, the moment people doubted you, the moment failure knocked on your door, you lowered your expectations to match the noise around you instead of the greatness inside you. And that's the problem. You started acting average even though you were never supposed to be average. Deep down, you know you're capable of more than what you've been giving. You know you've got something unique, something the world hasn't even fully seen yet. But you've been hiding it, playing it safe, staying comfortable, thinking you're protecting yourself when all you're doing is limiting yourself. The truth is, you don't lose your potential, you only suppress it. You bury it under fear, under hesitation, under the opinions of people who don't even know who they want to be themselves. You let their doubt become your doubt. You let their small thinking become your ceiling. You let their limitations become your boundaries. And that's why you've been feeling this emptiness. Because deep inside you, something knows you're operating way below your real level. You were built for more. That means your spirit doesn't respond to average effort. Your heart doesn't get excited about settling. Your soul doesn't feel fulfilled staying in the same place every year. You're restless for a reason. You were not meant to stay in comfort zones. You were meant to grow, to rise, to push, to build, to lead. That's why settling feels like suffocation to you. It's not who you are. It never was. Think back to the person you used to be before the world dimmed your flame, the one who believed anything was possible. The one who had ideas and dreams that scared you in a good way, the one who didn't worry about judgment or failure because deep down you knew you were chosen for something bigger. That version of you is still there. It's been waiting for you to stop holding back. It's been waiting for you to remember that greatness is built through pressure, struggle, and sacrifice, not comfort. So don't you dare act like you're meant to be average. Don't you dare lower your standards because life got heavy. Don't you dare let fear convince you that you don't have what it takes. You were built for more, but you have to start acting like it. You have to show up like it. You have to fight like it. You have to believe like it. The world is waiting for the real you to stand up again. It's time to rise back to your true level, because you were never meant to live at the bottom when you were born to climb. You keep saying you want more. You keep saying you're built for something bigger, but your habits tell a completely different story. And that's the truth most people don't want to face. You can talk about greatness all day. You can dream about success every night. But if your daily actions don't match the identity you claim, you're living a lie. If you call yourself a fighter, why do you run the moment things get uncomfortable? If you call yourself disciplined, why do you hit snooze 5 times? If you say you're hungry, why do you keep feeding yourself excuses? Your habits either confirm who you are or expose who you're pretending to be. And right now, too many of your habits are exposing the fact that you forgot your own standard. You can't rebuild your life on weak routines. You can't elevate with the same behaviors that kept you average. And you definitely can't call yourself a warrior and act like quitting is an option. You have to understand something. Identity is not just a label you wear, it's a lifestyle you live. If you say you want success, your habits better look like it. Your mornings should look different. Your nights should look different. Your circle, your discipline, your consistency, they should all scream the identity you're claiming. Because it's easy to say, I'm chosen, but it's hard to live like you're chosen. It's easy to say, I want success, but it's hard to show up every day like success is non-negotiable. The reason you feel lost sometimes is not because you don't have potential. It's because your actions are not aligned with your potential. There's a gap between who you say you are and what you actually do. And until you close that gap, you'll always feel frustrated, stuck, and disconnected from your own life. You can't keep calling yourself great while living on autopilot. You can't claim you're meant for more, but keep choosing what's easy, what's convenient, what's comfortable. Comfort does not build identity. Repetition does, commitment does, discipline does. Every single day, your habits are shaping you. Either they're shaping you into the person you want to become, or they're dragging you back to the person you're trying to escape. You wake up late, scroll for hours, avoid challenges, delay decisions, and then wonder why you don't feel like the strongest version of yourself. It's because your habits are robbing you of your identity. The identity you asterisk, no asterisk belongs to you. But here's the good news, you can change it. Not tomorrow, not next week, today, you can start adopting the routines of the person you're meant to be. You can start acting like the warrior you claim to be. You can start walking in alignment with your real identity instead of the watered-down version life pushed you into. Who you are is not defined by what you've been doing. It's defined by what you decide to do next. And if you want your identity back, if you want your confidence, your power, your focus, your fire, you need to let your habits prove it. Because you don't become who you say you are, you become who you act like. There comes a moment in life when you have to stop letting the world tell you who you are. People will try to label you based on your past, your mistakes, your circumstances, and even their own insecurities. They will try to put you into boxes that make them comfortable, not boxes that match your potential. And somewhere in the middle of all that noise, you started believing them. You started accepting definitions that were never yours. You let their opinions rewrite your confidence. You let their doubts overshadow your purpose. You let their words bury the version of you that once believed you were destined for something greater. But hear me clearly, your life is not their canvas. Your identity is not their decision. Your purpose is not up for a vote. It's yours, and it's time to reclaim it. You have to remind yourself that you were never meant to live based on anyone else's expectations. You were meant to build, to rise, to lead, to grow in your own lane, at your own pace, with your own mission. But as long as you keep letting the world define you, you'll keep living beneath your own potential. You'll wake up feeling lost, confused, disconnected, not because you don't know who you are, but because you stopped listening to your own voice. And your voice is the only one with authority over your life. Your voice is the one that knows your struggles, your sacrifices, your dreams, your fire. Your voice is the one reminding you that you are so much more than what you've accepted. You have to take back ownership of your name. Your name has meaning. Your name carries a story. Your name carries strength. And somewhere inside you is a version of yourself that refuses to be forgotten. The one who used to show up with confidence, the one who used to believe without hesitation, the one who wasn't afraid to dream big and work harder than anyone in the room. That version of you didn't disappear. You just stopped feeding it. You let life starve your identity. Now it's time to feed it again. Feed it with discipline. Feed it with purpose. Feed it with actions that match the greatness you keep saying you want. Reclaiming your identity means choosing to rise even when doubt tries to pull you back. It means reminding yourself what you stand for, what you value, what you believe in, and what you refuse to tolerate. It means cutting off the voices that don't build you, disconnecting from environments that don't grow you, and walking away from people who don't respect the person you're becoming. You don't owe the world an explanation for your growth. You don't need permission to transform. You don't need validation to step into your next level. You just need to decide that today is the day you stop allowing your identity to be shaped by anything other than your own purpose. So stand up, lift your head, look forward, and take back everything life tried to make you forget. Because this is the moment you reclaim your name, your strength, your direction, and your destiny.